Hey folks, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Sorry it's such a late video. I've been having issues with my sleep, and so like awake, asleep, watching videos, trying to get caught up on videos that I slept through, live streams, all of that wonderful, lovely rigmarole. So anyways, let's see. Today is Monday, December 30th, 2024. And so I'm going to read today's birthday horoscope. You are studious, intellectual, cautious, discreet, and have a keen and alert mind. You are considerate of others, shrewd and honest. Love travel and out-of-door sports. Your home is dear to you, and your love is strong and ardent. Ardent. I am going to look that word up. Ardent. A-R-D-E-N-T. Meaning, showing intense feelings. Oh, ardent means having or expressing strong emotions or being characterized by intense emotion. For example, you might describe someone as an ardent supporter of human rights. According to Oxford Dictionary, it's an adjective, enthusiastic or passionate. Cool. So, if December 30th, is your birthday, happy birthday. Okay, I'm going to do a quick showing of my cross stitch. I am going to try and do some more videos of me working on this, but I currently only have three colors going. I haven't decided on, I should actually do this. Well, I haven't just fully decided on what color to do to thread up on my fourth needle yet. If it's going to be this light green or more. Oh no, I had this. This is the brown. This is the green, and then this way up here is the blue arrows. So yeah, I think it's going to be the light green, because I got some light green here, some light green here, and then some light green here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do next. But yeah, I've got all of this pink over here done. I got some over here done. So the purple, which is the blue arrows, there's a little bit here and some here. Yeah, and then up here. So yeah, it's coming along slowly, gradually, working my way up. I got some more of the black done up here, which is the dark green backdrop. Yeah, I don't know. I find it a little interesting how, like, here the cross stitch is very thin, right? Maybe it's because it's all by itself here, and there's, I don't know, the color is so small, like the backdrop, like, because it's like blue arrows, the blue arrows are completely covered by the purple. And then there's like this solid squares that you can see through. But once it's all completely done, then if I remember correctly, you soak it for like 20 minutes or something like that, and it actually will take all of the print, all of the ink off the canvas, so then it'll all be blank except for the thread. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to when this will be done, so then I can do that and see what it looks like, and then I'll figure something out. I'll find a frame for it, yeah, and frame it. Yeah, and then hang it on my wall. entitle it my first, my very first cross stitch in over 40 years. Yeah. So I'm really enjoying working on this. I've worked on it very little over the past week because of this. I want to call it a monstrosity, but it is a beautiful canvas. It's this one, which is I Am Light. It's a Diamond Art Club by Jojoes Art. A 79 by 56 centimeters. And so it's got 2 ABs, and it's coming along. I am just flying through this thing. I've been working on it since Tuesday of last week when the box came in. I did an unboxing video. I did a kit up video kitting this up, and then but I held on to those 2 videos because of Christmas holidays and all the Christmas premieres. I'm still trying to catch up watching them all. I'm watching everybody that did a premiere that during those 3 days. Excuse me, I'm watching them all. And any that I'm not subscribed to, I've been subscribing and checking out their other videos as well, which is why it's taking me so darn long. But yeah, so those 2 videos, they came out on Friday, and in the meantime I was working my butt off on this, and I was actually managing about I've been managing about 1 row a day at about this thickness, and doing like sections that are like about this. So I'm actually gonna change things up. I normally change things up for the last 2 rows on any canvas that I'm working on, and end up combining the last 2 rows, like, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to do it like this, and I'm gonna work it like this. So then, nope, I'm gonna make it even bigger. Yeah, what the heck, go big or go home, hey? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, go big or go home. Oh wait, I am home. Alrighty then, so let's get this release paper here. Yeah, and now that I've got all these canvases, and I know, quick update. I was fiddling around on the app. Sorry about the noise. I've been fiddling around with the app on my phone for Canada Post. They have this feature called Flex Delivery, and it's where you can set it up so that they give you a special mailing address for packages for online shopping and parcels. So that when it arrives at the post office, rather than like putting a notification or a card or whatever in your mailbox to let you know that there's a parcel, or trying to cram like smaller parcels into your mailbox, or them delivering them to your address, to the physical address. They notify you either by text or by email or by phone, depending on how you've got that all set up, and then you just go to the post office to pick it up. And so I've got that. I got that set up, and I have the I've updated my information. I've updated the email address, not the mailing address, on my channel description. And then there were some past videos that I've done where I had put my mailing address in, so I deleted the mailing addresses in there. So yeah, if you want to, so my mailing address has been updated. If you want to write me a letter, let me know. I don't know if I've linked my Facebook account. I gotta check that and see, did I actually link my Facebook account? Oh, goodness. Let's see here. Yes, I linked my Facebook account. Yes, I have. So, I don't know how that works. But anyways, so you can, if you want to mail me a letter, then you click on the link to my Facebook account. You go to my Facebook account, and you can message, you can send me a message on Facebook. So what I am currently doing, which I have actually found helps, is because I have my my Elizabeth Ward knockoff, I've actually got it propped up on a table mate behind me, rather than turning around behind me to switch containers. For each section, because there's a lot of color blocking, what I'm doing is I just pull all the colors and set them next to the canvas, so then I've got it handy. So I've got them right here next to me. Reverse arrow. S. Do I have the club? Nope. Let's see here. Oh, equals. Let's see here. Oh, double dots, double dots. Okay, apparently I've already got the double dots. Do I? I must. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so, yeah. So this way, also, I've got them all handy right here. And makes it go a lot quicker. So, yeah, so I'm still using the tray that, the Temu tray that Jill from Diamond Painting with the Edwards family gave me as a gift. I love it. I've been using this Ladybug 24 DP and more cat. She has the exact same tray, only it's a different color. And I saw it on her video, on the first time she showed it. She showed that she actually has because it comes with a stopper. What she does is she actually has it flipped over like this, so that it sits in there like this, which makes it easier for removing it. So I've done the same thing, because it's like, oh hey, that's a cool idea, I'm gonna do that too. And it works great. I love using this tray. It is way better, easier to use than the regular big white trays. This is the pen that Jill got me, also from Temu. I'm really liking using it for single placing. And then this is the purple one that I bought for myself from Temu, and I've got this angled 3-placer in it that actually is from an ergonomic pen that I got from Amazon. But I really like this angle works best for me for multi-placing, and I like using the 3-placer because, well, I haven't come across a 2-placer, so I am comfortable with using the 3-placer. I've also got my tweezers here in case I need to use them for pulling trash out of the tray, or for using to put ABs on the canvas. There are no ABs in this massive section, which is good. And then I've got my other tweezers here that I've been using for just, I guess you call reinvigorating, floofing up, yeah, for floofing up the wax, the putty. And the putty that I'm using in both of these is Clout Alien Putty from Meow, because it's awesome stuff. I'm finding I get a heck of a lot of use out of the putty in the 3-placer, as long as I keep using my Tweezerman tweezers to floof it up. Yeah. And periodically I'll even add just a tiny bit more putty to it, and it's working great. I've only had to change the putty in this once in this whole massive canvas, because this, I use it for adjusting the drills and for single placing as well. So let's get started. I've been working, I find it best if I work from the bottom right up, because when I'm working over here, I don't want to be like getting my hands stuck to the canvas. So so we're starting off with the letter C here. So yeah, at the rate I'm going, I should have this done maybe even tomorrow. Actually, I might actually have it done by tomorrow. So yeah, see, right off the bat, there is one downside to this tray, and that is it is dark. So it is hard for me to see sometimes. See the drills in the tray and see the trash in the tray. Which is why I've got my lamp here. But it's still pretty dark of a tray, and for some reason the light is not as bright as I would like it to be. Let's try moving it closer there. Oh, that's better. Yeah. So yeah, I've just been flying through this canvas. This massive behemoth of a canvas. To me, it's massive. To me, it's massive. Compared to other canvases that I've worked on, it's massive. But there are some that I would love to be able to get that are even bigger. But with how things have been going with this canvas, I'm like second guessing those canvases, the giant ones, because only because of the size of my work area here. For me to work on even bigger canvases, I would actually have to remove everything from my work table here in order to be able to work on them. Which I'm totally fine with doing. I am working on making this corner in my place as efficient as possible. But of course it's been slow going because of limited funds due to making sure that I've got something to work on. So, like buying canvases. Actually, there we go. There. And I'm excited. I found my other two. So if you remember, if you've seen in previous videos, I get one of these in every Jojoes canvas that I get. So I currently have 4 of these. I'm using one for medications. And now I kitted up one of my diamond paintings for next month's event, for the pink and black event. I'm using one for extra drill in that kit up. And now I found my other 2. So I'm excited about that. I could I could actually kit up each of my coasters, one in each. At least I know I can kit up one. The puppy dog only has 3 colors. The kitty cat, I can't remember how many colors. But if it's less than 5, if it's 5 or less, then yeah, I can definitely kit it up. But I need to focus on getting this finished, and then I've got all those other ones that I need to finish. There's Cousin Bob. Yeah, there's Cousin Bob. There is Cosmic Consciousness. There's Aquarius. And then there's that partial from the dollar store of Frosty, the snowman, because that one is the hardest. It's a partial, and the glue, the stick, is terrible. So I'm having to use, even though it's all regular drills, I have to use my tweezers. Because the drills just don't want to come off my pen. So it's been, the Frosty is the hardest one for me to work on, because it's working with just the tweezers, and with the way my hands are and have been lately, it's a pain. It is so painful to work on it. So I'm not working on it right now, but I do plan on finishing it soon. And because of the size of it, it's not that big. So I've been working one color at a time on it. Yeah. So I do believe I've completed 2 of the colors. Yeah. So, but it's been kind of fun working on it, even though it is killing my hand. But yeah, I've been concerned about working on this one because of the condition of my hands lately. Ever since I woke up that one morning and both hands were numb. Yeah. It's like I'm having to massage my hands. And I've had to crack my knuckles a lot lately, because they're just stiffening up. I need to talk to my doctor, because I'm worried about nerve damage in my hands. Because I don't know how long my hands were asleep that day. And the fact that they've been acting up, well, they've been every day, every time I wake up, I get up, I get started on my day. Oops. And then I get going on this, and well, I want to get going on this, but I can't right away because of my hands, because of the condition of my hands. And there's only so much I can do. And it's frustrating because I want to dive in and just go, 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 go. But I find I am having to take periodic breaks. So, yeah. In the meantime, I am... a part of me is like, I am enjoying working on this, even though I am going like really, really fast. Trying to get this done so that I can ship it back to my friend. I should be getting my GST at the end of this week on Friday. And when that arrives, I can ship this and the puppy paw back to my friend in Colorado. And I've got others that I'm going to ship along with them, of course. Ship as many as I can at a time. But I also have a package for Mushy. Mushmallow, aka Mushy, from Darker Creepy Diamond Painting. It's not a canvas, but diamond painting related. Well, the majority of it. Yeah. I really hope that what I'm sending her, she will. I'm pretty sure she'll like it. There's also items that I have made as well. Not diamond painting related, but with yarn. I'm gonna wait until she actually receives the box and reveals. If she wants to open the box on camera, then she can. There's nothing bad in it. It's all good stuff, really nice stuff that I know she will like. And yeah, I was wanting to send it to her when I got paid in November. But Canada Post decided, oh, we're going to go on strike, so screw you guys. No, not literally. They went on, Canada Post went on strike because of they're wanting wage increases and better work, safer work environments, and Canada Post employers are wanting to increase the days that they work. Basically, have them work 7 days, like have the post offices open 7 days a week. Not have the employees themselves work 7 days a week, but have basically have the Canada Post work 7 days a week, open 7 days a week, because of their competition, like Amazon and I think Pure Later. I don't know if Pure Later runs on the weekends, but I know Straight Ship is a company that I had never heard of before, but Temu uses them. They work on the weekends. They also deliver to the actual address, which is awesome. But Purelator does not deliver to the actual address. Purelator, for me anyways, they deliver to a business in the town next door. So for me, I have to actually go to the town next door. Oops. And to that business. And in order to, and that business is not open on a Sunday, which means I think Purelator does not work on a Sunday. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I haven't actually looked, but yeah. I'm going to close my blinds because if any of my neighbors see, look over, they'll see me talking to nobody. And then they'll think I'm crazy. Anyways, so yeah, this business is not open on Sundays. So it's open 6 days a week. So they can't exactly receive parcels from Purelator on the weekend. So, yeah. So anyways, yeah, so I'm working on the postal issue. But yeah, I think just the flex delivery is the best option for me for receiving parcels, and then just using Canada Post to mail parcels out, of course. Yeah, Canada Post, they're still trying to get caught up. They're still working on getting caught up with their backlog. Yeah, so there's that. Oh my goodness. Okay, what else? Yeah, I had placed an order with, I had 2 different orders with Temu that oh goodness, last month that they had split them into 2 different, each of them into 2 different packages. And I had received, like, they shipped, like, for each order they shipped like an individual item. No, just one of those orders. That's right, because I ordered a multi-tool for my dad, a personalized multi-tool for my dad separately. If I'm remembering correctly. But anyways, of the 2 packages, of the 2 orders that I had placed, one of them I had received like a single item, and that was a hair thingy. But basically those two orders that I had placed, it's still stating that November 26th, the items were being transferred from customs to the courier, which is supposed to be Purelator, and they basically disappeared. So I finally contacted Temu last week and requested a refund, and I got a full refund, and I placed a new order. And now that I'm remembering this, now that I'm talking about it, I'm remembering that I did talk about it in a previous video. But yeah, I placed, I'm quite sure I did. Anyways, I placed a new order using All Credit. They credited me, they refunded all the money that I had paid for those 2 orders. Except for the one item that I had received. And so I placed a new order, which includes 4 new diamond paintings. And they're just really cool diamond paintings. And they're a nice size. And oh yeah, it's the wrong book. I got too many of these little notebooks that are identical. I forgot. I write them down in this book. So what I ordered. So there's one called an Evil Long-Haired Skull, which was 80. It's a 40 by 40 for $8.70. There was an abstract one, which is it's like a face. Funky face with an eyeball on the forehead, but it's a 40 by 50, which for $10.97. Then there was a Cheshire Cat, which is a 50 by 50 for $15.32. And then there's another one that they call Demon's Food. I wrote down Demon's Food, aka Scary Cookie Monster, and it's a 40 by 60 for $20.60. There's also 3 other items that are included in it that are not diamond painting related, and I'm kind of wishing that I had ordered, found some cross stitch kits as well. But oh well, it is what it is. So, and I've already received a price adjustment for the long-haired skull one is, well, it's actually a scary woman, a freaky looking woman, like with long scary hands. I can't off the top of my head I can't remember if she's like skeleton looking or more like zombie looking, or just scary monster, freaky looking woman. But yeah, they look, all 4 of them look really, really cool, so I'm looking forward to getting those. But like the Cookie Monster one, Mushy got that one recently. Sundown got it for her, and she showed it in a video, not last week, but I think the week before. Yeah, and I commented, "You got my Cookie Monster." So I'm looking forward to getting my Cookie Monster. Yep. And I'll be keeping it alongside the Cookie Monster, the grotesque Cookie Monster that she sent me. I'm looking forward to working on that one. Oh my goodness, am I ever looking forward to working on that one. The guy that did the canvas, it is unfortunate how things ended with him, because from the looks of the canvas, the print, oh my god, it is beautiful. It is really, really beautifully done. The colors, the symbols, all of that stuff. Like, I really enjoyed. Is it cruel to say I enjoyed watching Mushy be tortured for 5 hours with getting it up? Oh goodness. No, I did not enjoy seeing Mushy suffer for so many freaking hours with all of that static. Static. Why did I forget the word? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, fingers crossed that it doesn't take me 5 hours to kit it up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do when I get around to that canvas is I'm gonna film every step of the way. Yes. That way Mushy can live vicariously through my videos. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna film every step of the way, working on it, kitting it up and working on it, and yeah, make it a series. A series of videos. Yeah. Because, yeah, it's a big one. It is a big one. And, I'm gonna have a blast working on it. But, in the meantime, I gotta get this one finished. And then I gotta get those other ones finished. So then I can kit them down, and then so then I'll actually be able to kit that my grotesque cookie monster up. Yeah. And I'm just gonna quickly check when is GST. January GST. Yep, January 3rd. Good. Huh. So, yeah, this Friday. This Friday I'm going to go to the post office and I'm shipping away 2 boxes. Yep. That'll free up a little bit of space in here. Well, Mushy's box is kind of tucked in the corner, but like for me to access the cupboards in the corner, I have to move said box. Because, yeah, 5th wheel, limited space, hello. I got these chairs that came with the table. But I'm getting rid of the chairs because I don't use them. I got this one chair that I sit in, and then I got the love seat couch deal that I sit in once in a blue moon. Basically, I sit on the couch when Pat comes over. We sit together and we talk, and before we go and watch a movie. And of course, the only place that we're able to like relax and watch a movie is in the bedroom, because that's where the TV is, and the Blu-ray player with the surround sound system. Yeah, I set up the surround sound system in the bedroom. And the only time I ever use the TV, really, And Blu-ray players when Pat comes over to watch movies. Yeah. Yep, that's the only time. Because the rest of the time I'm in here watching videos on YouTube and working on a project. Yeah. And even when I do go and lay down in bed by myself to relax, I'm still watching videos on YouTube. Yes, I watch a lot of YouTube on my phone. And it's not just diamond painting channels, it's other channels as well. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to, for those of you who saw my live stream on Saturday, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Had lots of fun. Yes, been having issues with my sleep, so yeah, yesterday, not yesterday, the day before, on Saturday, I had actually slept in a little bit, and because I had actually wanted to start talking with Jill, and Katya for a few minutes before starting the live stream, and well, that just did not happen. I pretty much jumped out of bed, threw my clothes on, raced out here. Quick bio break. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, quick bio break, and then got started. Sent out the link and jumped right in. But it was still fun. And was so caught up in everybody, in the conversations and all the hilarity and whatnot, that it was taking me forever to work on this with multi-placing, so I just set aside my multi-placer and just did single placing because it's easier for me to single place while chatting, excuse me, and all that fun stuff. Yeah. But yeah, you can see just how fast this is going with the multi-placing. I will use my multi-placer for single placing once in a while. I guess it depends on the drills and how many places I need to single place. If it's only a couple of spots, then yeah, I'll just use it to single place rather than switching pens. And because of how close I am to being finished with this, I don't have containers with overflow. I've already gone through all of the overflow and taken the labels off. As soon as I've emptied the overflow bottle containers, I took the labels off. Which is what I did to like give my hands a little bit of a break from doing this. Yeah. So, yeah, when I'm done my video, when I'm done this video, making this video while it's uploading, um, I'm gonna watch, I've got one video that I'm gonna watch, and then I'm gonna watch, Jill's live on replay, because I was awake for the beginning, I was asleep for the middle, and I was awake for the end, basically. I was just so tired. I couldn't keep my eyes open. And I ended up falling asleep. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and the back of my neck, because of leaning over and working so hard on this, I've not been taking as many breaks as I normally would. So yeah, the back of my neck has been sore lately because of it. But I'm still enjoying, oh, I know, crazy, but I'm still enjoying working on it. But I'm also looking forward to being finished. So, yeah, so there. So, yeah, my dad showed up yesterday, unexpected, and he handed me a bag, one of my cloth shopping bags, and inside there was a dozen eggs and a margarine container full of soup, turkey noodle soup. Yeah, which is really funny, because for like an hour before that, I kept thinking, what am I going to make to eat? What am I going to eat? What am I going to have to eat? I need to eat something. Haven't eaten yet. What am I going to eat? I'll do that for like hours. I need to eat something. What am I going to eat? Before I finally make something to eat. And yeah, so that's what I he showed up with it, handed it over. I'm like, oh, cool, thank you. I put the eggs in the fridge. I got just over 2.5 dozen eggs from them. Because, oh, they've got a chicken and they got a duck. And, well, Myra does not like duck eggs. So, they're keeping the duck eggs for me. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'll eat duck eggs. To me, eggs are eggs. And yeah, I'll fry up. I buy it's called bacon hash browns. I have an ex that he taught me this recipe. Where you take bacon, you cut it up into small pieces, and you fry it. You add chop up an onion, and you throw that in, and potatoes, chop them up into small cubes, throw that in, and I think green onion and celery as well. And there's just a whole bunch of different stuff that you mix in together, and you fry it up. And just before it's done cooking, you crack a few eggs and throw that in. And as the eggs are cooking, they kind of There's a specific word that I'm trying to think of, but they basically bring it all together. I can't think of the word. I know one of you will probably throw the word in the comments below. Yeah. And then when it's done cooking, and it only takes a few minutes to cook, yeah, and then I just mix in some ketchup when it's all done cooking, and away you go. It is so good. Well, a few years back, I actually found bacon hash browns in the store, and it's like, oh my god. So now I buy that. And, oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Because it is so quick and easy. You just pour a little bit of it into a frying pan and cook it up. When it's almost done, add your eggs. And it's done in like a matter of minutes. Now my ex, when I introduced it to him, I would fry it up for the two of us. And but when it came to him cooking it, like, he'd stick it on a cookie sheet and stick it in the oven for like half hour. The majority of what he would cook would take a while to cook, so that he's not like standing over a hot stove for cooking. It's all like in the oven, so it takes longer to cook it in the oven, to bake it in the oven. It may be, yeah, it's pretty sure it's better for you that way anyways. Because, yeah, baked is better than fried. Anything. Anything baked is better than fried, health-wise. But, yeah, so while we were together, I left the cooking to him. And, for the first 2-3 years, yeah, the majority of the cooking he did, he would like stand over the stove and do the cooking that way. Pots and pans on the stove, but then gradually he got lazier and lazier and spent more and more time playing video games and computer games. And well, first it was video games, and then when I went and spent like $2,000 of my inheritance on a computer tower for him, a gaming computer tower, $2,000 on that darn thing for him. Yeah, that's when he started spending. Well, he wanted it for Twitch, to be able to like live stream, because he wanted to get into doing like live streaming his Xbox games on Twitch and use Discord. And so I was helping him with that. Well, trying to anyways, but when we first got back together 10 years ago, 11 years ago, something like that, he was pretty much a Luddite. And what that means is like someone who does not know anything about electronics, technology, like this, like computers and video games and stuff like that, because he was like, he spent like 10-15 years pretty much living in the bush. Like he, a year before, a year or two before we reconnected, was the first time he had actually seen a smartphone. Basically, when he moved to the bush, flip phones were the biggest thing. Yeah. So when he saw a smartphone, he was like, what the heck is that? But yeah, so he knew next to nothing about computers and that kind of stuff, like the internet and live streams and playing video games online with other people. It was all new to him. And then he, he's a very intelligent person, and he explored and experimented and tried this and that, and yeah, basically he taught himself he taught himself the ins and outs of Discord, the ins and outs of a bunch of the video games, and just, yeah, he pretty much mastered all of this stuff, like, really fast. Well, I don't know about mastered, but he excels at this stuff. Definitely compared to me, that's for sure, but I am a bit of an artard, so... And I can honestly say that because I was dropped on my head as a baby. I was dropped on my head as a baby. I've mentioned it in one or two previous videos. It was not done on purpose. It was an accident. My mom had a seizure. And she just happened to be holding me when she had a seizure. She dropped me on the floor, and then she dropped to the floor herself and started doing, like, I guess she started doing the funky chicken or whatever. I don't know. I may have been there, but I don't know. I don't know what she did. I was only a few months old. And my dad, I've never asked my dad for a description of it because, well, yeah, it would be pretty traumatizing walking into the living room and seeing your wife on the floor, seeing your pretty much newborn on the floor, and not knowing what happened, and calling 911, and off to the hospital she went. Yeah, so, yeah, they diagnosed her with epilepsy, but she's like, no, I don't have epilepsy. She did not believe that she had epilepsy, even though she had a seizure. But they treated her for epilepsy. In the meantime, they were talking behind closed doors. Well, what about the possibility of it being a brain tumor? But this was in the late 70s. So there was not as much knowledge, experience dealing with brain tumors. So, yeah. But anyways, they, yeah, she was eventually re-diagnosed not long after she had my brother in 1980. She was re-diagnosed with a brain tumor. Yeah. So, yeah, basically that means I can legitimately use the excuse that I was dropped on my head as a baby, and that's why I'm an artard, a bit of an artard. But it's not just from that. It's also multiple head injuries over the years that that have occurred in one way or another. And I know you're probably wondering, why is she laughing about head injuries? Well, because just because like I said, I'm a bit of an art-hard. I laugh over dumb things. I laugh over, like, totally inappropriate things. Um, there have been times where I've laughed at the wrong time. And that's because something will just suddenly pop into my head. And it's something funny that'll make me chuckle. And that used to, oh, my dad would, oh boy, that would really piss him off, because he'd be lecturing me about something that I did. If I did something wrong, did something bad, whatever, he'd be lecturing me, and all of a sudden I'd end up with a grin on my face, because something that he said triggered a thought in my head of something that I found humorous. I wasn't finding what he was saying to be a joke, but of course he would take it that way. Now, my daughter, my oldest girl, she is the same way. So I know the signs. And I understand those signs. And I've tried explaining those signs to people, and well, they don't understand, because it's not something that they understand, basically. Like my dad, because my dad, he doesn't yell. He if you're bad, he lectures. If you do something wrong, he lectures. He'll lecture you for hours, days even. Yeah. I know, because he's done that with me. Yeah, there are times when I dread getting into the truck with him, because it's like, okay, I'm stuck in a confined space. He has my undivided attention. What's he gonna lecture me about this time? And yeah. And well, a lot of it these days is because, well, my lifestyle is not the same as his lifestyle, and he wants me to live my life the way similar to the way he lives his life. Well, he wants me to live my life a certain way, and that way is not conducive for me. He wants me to get a job, whether it's a physically laborious job, like the last couple of times I was at their place, he's like, oh, well, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's open now. I think Pizza Hut is opening, or the Burger King is opening. Well, he says Burger Junction, but there was only ever one Burger Junction that I know of, and that was in my home. That was, yeah, my hometown many, many moons ago. I used to love going to the Burger Junction. But anyways, yeah, and it's like, I keep telling him I cannot do a physically laborious job like that. If I could, I'd look at getting my old job back at the Chinese restaurant in the town next door as a dishwasher. Which would then, of course, require borrowing Myra's car, my bonus mom's car, so that I can actually drive to and from for work. Until I've saved up enough to buy my dad's truck. And basically, yeah, the money that I would make from working, I would just bank it all and save it until I can afford to, until I've got enough to buy my dad's truck. Well, give him a down payment. But I can't do that kind of work. Like my hands, with my hands the way they are, I can't pick up heavy, heavy dishes. And their dish machine is on the floor. Well, it's like the door opens. Yeah, it's not up like on a counter. It's on the floor, so I would have to bend over to be able to open and close the door. And so I'm not slamming the door down to open it, which will shorten the lifespan of the door, the hinges for the door. I would have to be able to pick up a full tray of dirty dishes to set it into the dish machine. Pick up a full tray of clean dishes to take it out of the dish machine. Right? I can't do that. Like, I'm not physically capable of doing that. Pat, he's like, well, you could get a job stocking shelves. Well, that requires a lot of bending over to pick stuff up to set it on the shelf. And sometimes you have to climb a ladder to be able to put stuff on the higher shelves, especially for a short person like me. So, that is a job that I'm also not able to do. So, it is unfortunate because, like, that's the kind of work that Pat does. He stocks shelves. He also, there's other things that he does as well with his job, but, yeah. I can't do that kind of work, unfortunately, because of my back. So that's why I have not applied for a job at any of those places. I'm pretty sure with janitorial work, there's bending over to change the garbages. Sweeping and mopping requires bending over. Especially like with mopping, you have to be able to fill and empty the mop bucket. And I know that requires lifting, because that was one of the things that I used to do when I worked. I was a dishwasher at Denny's for a while. Quite a number of years ago. This was pre-marriage, before I got married, when Brooke was younger. I worked at Denny's. I was working at Denny's while I was dating the man that I ended up marrying. Yeah, and having 2 kids with. Yep. So, so I know what my limitations are in those regards. That's why I have not gone out to apply for a job at any of these places. I may have the qualifications and experience to work in these places. I'm just not physically capable of doing said jobs anymore. And it's not just because of my size either. I know I need to lose weight, but I need to have a serious talk with my doctor, because I know he's trying to encourage me to do volunteer work. And I know volunteer work would be beneficial, because it's exercise that I can do with helping other people. I enjoy helping other people, but then again, there's certain limitations to that as well. Like, he's encouraging me to get a job too. Yes, my doctor is pestering me to get a job. My dad is pestering me to get a job. I can't do physically laborious jobs. I can do a job that I can sit at a desk, because that's what I do all day. I sit here. Excuse me. But I'm limited with the amount of typing that I can do for like a desk job because of my hands, the way they are. I'm limited on what I can do. And I know there's lots of jobs out there that I can work at my own pace. Like, that's why I tried being doing, well, didn't just try, I did do for a while. I was a proofreader and copy editor for books. Like, if you go on my Facebook profile, if you go to my Facebook account and you look through my pictures, which I recently cleaned up. I got rid of pictures of my ex. And silly pictures from a coloring app. But you'll come across, there's pictures of the covers of books. And those books are books that I have proofread, copy edited, even, and some I've just beta read in the past. That is a job that I could definitely do again. I really enjoyed doing it. I actually ended up with a contract working as the junior copy editor for a publishing company, which was started by this one writer that I guess she just was not making enough money from self-publishing. So she told me a couple of years ago, or no, at some point last year, she told me that she was going back to school to finish her schooling, and so she wasn't going to be doing any more writing for a while, and left it at that. And well, I know she has been writing because I've actually been subscribed to her newsletters for a while, and I follow her on Facebook, so I know she's coming out with new books. She's just not self-publishing. So that was basically her polite way of saying that she's done with the company and she's not self-publishing anymore. So she doesn't need need me as an employee anymore. So it was a polite way of firing me. Is what I'm getting to. Which I'm totally fine with. It's okay. I researched prices for like what people would charge for proofreading or copy editing books, and from my meager research, my rates were like super duper cheap. But like I didn't go through like formal training or a formal education for doing that type of job. I'm just going based on like my personal knowledge and experience from reading and the schooling that I do have. Because I've taken some courses, correspondence courses for writing. There was creative writing as well as creative writing. My grandmother paid for this one creative writing course, and they royally they honestly I believe that they screwed her over, because like they sent me the first package, and I completed the first package and mailed it away, and then they're like, "Oh, you're done with the course." What? Yeah, one package, and they're like, "Oh, you're done. You've completed the course." Seriously? Yeah, I was not impressed. And I told my grandmother, and she was not impressed. I was also surprised that she had done that for me, because this was my mom's mom that had paid for it, and it was because she knew how much I loved writing. Like, it was, it was a creative writing course. I also did a journalism course, correspondence course, to learn how to be a journalist or something. Yeah. This is going back over 30 years ago, like before I had kids. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed doing those courses. But of course, they take a long time to do, because it was back when, like, the internet was still in its infancy. So you couldn't just like go online and start doing the course. Had to wait for the package to arrive in the mail, and with all the information and all the paperwork, all of that stuff that you needed, and then you read through it and you fill out the paperwork, and then you send back what you're supposed to send back, and then wait for a response from them. Yeah. I kind of miss it, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I miss that. I really enjoyed doing that. I know, you're probably going, you're weird. Mail order schooling? Yeah. Through snail mail, yeah. It's kind of like, I think it was, one terminology for it is correspondence schooling, something like that. If anybody knows, please write it down in the comments below. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But of course I could be wrong, because remember, art's hard. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, each color takes a while to work, because it's such a big section that I'm working it. But I'm working it. It's coming along nicely. So, yeah. So I did mention that I was not just the correspondence course that my grandmother was paying for, but I there was one that I was doing, there was one that another one that I was doing at the same time, or around the same time. And basically, I got the first package, and then like for each consecutive package I had to pay or something like that. I had to make monthly payments, or I can't remember now, because yeah, a long time ago. I couldn't afford to keep making the payments, so I only ever got a chance to do like the first 1 or 2 packages. Yeah. So MIT, they actually have a free online website where you can actually do previous for free. You can for free do go over like previous courses. And when I first learned about the website, I went on and I actually found a psychology course, Introduction to Psychology, and I started like making notes and going through the book, the textbook, because they provide the textbook for you. You can download it online. You can download it, and then you have a free copy of it, and then you can watch the videos of the lectures and follow along. And yeah, it was very educational, very insightful. I never did finish it because other things kept coming up in life, so I would set it aside for a few months, few years. Yeah. Unfortunately, all the paperwork and whatnot that I had from it, because yeah, I was studying it and I was researching it and all of that stuff, all of that got left behind when I moved here. When I moved out of the house where my ex, as far as I know, still lives. I had a fairly decent sized box from a U-Haul box full of binders of paperwork and stuff. There was coloring pages, books that I had proofread for writers. Because at one point I would, what I would do is I would, I'd print the book out, because they would send me the book on PDF form so that I could make notes and whatnot. I'd print it out so that I had it, the physical form of the book, and then I'd read through it, and as I was reading through it, I would make notes on the paper and on the pages, on the printed pages, and then when I was done, I'd go onto the computer, I'd bring up the book, and then I'd copy the notes. And then I would email the book back to the writer with the notes included, so then they could like go over the notes and go, okay, yeah, I see why you made that note, and okay, I understand that, and make the necessary changes before sending it away to be published and then printed and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. I miss doing that because it's one of those work at your own pace jobs, and I could do it anywhere. But I found by printing out by printing the book out and doing it in that way, it would take longer to do. So I stopped printing the books out and making notes on the pages, because one of the agreements was no physical copies. So after I was done, the majority of the books, I would actually take the pages and I would tear them up into squares. And each page would give me a square this size. Right? And they were all single pages, so only printed on the one side. And so I would rip them into 4 squares, and then I'd put them together, and I'd put like 10 together, a stack of 10, and then staple them. And it gave me scrap paper for making notes and what have you. I ended up with a lot of scrap notes, scrap paper, booklets for notes. A lot. Because it was not just the books that I did that with, but other paper. Like what I just showed you, that was pages from like sample printings from my printer. It's like basic information for my printer. The one that I had before this one, it was a really good printer that worked 99% of the time. It was very rare that it did not work. And then unfortunately, when I first got it, and I got it on sale for a really good price, and it was actually bigger than what I had originally planned on buying, but it was an awesome printer. I really liked it, and it worked really, really good, and all of that nonsense, all of that good stuff. Unfortunately, it got put into storage, and we moved around a lot, and then when we finally settled down in this house, I pulled it out of storage and it wouldn't work. So I had to get a new printer. So I got this new printer. It is also an HP. That was something else that I really liked about it. It was an HP. And so I had an account with HP Instant Ink. And with the amount of printing that I was doing, I was on like the maximum account, which is basically, it keeps track of your ink level, the levels of the ink that you use, the ink cartridges in your printer, and it also keeps track of how many pages you print, and based on the amount that the amount of pages you print would determine how often they would ship you new ink, and it would also be based on what colors, the colors. There's the 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and then there's also a larger cartridge for black. And you pay a monthly fee. And yeah, when you started running low on ink, then they would ship you some new ink cartridges, along with an envelope, so that you could send the the empty ink cartridges. You could ship them back in this envelope that they would include. And it was awesome because, like, I would think I was paying like $13 a month. And every 2 to 3 months, they would send me new ink cartridges because I was doing a lot of printing. And it wasn't just books that I was printing. It was other stuff as well that I was printing. Like coloring pages because I love to color. Recipes. I can't even remember all of the stuff that I used to print, but yeah, I used to use my printer a lot. When we were doing work for the landlord, for the owner of the building that we lived in, I did up some new signs for the front door, for the front entrance, and for the back door. So I made those and printed them out, and then put them up on the doors. Because the ones that were there were like really bad condition. They were so old and crappy, and yeah. And I just loved using my printer. But then we moved from there to a 2-story house, 3-bed, 3-bath. Yeah, gorgeous house. Apparently the pictures that I took before we moved in, those are also still on my Facebook. Yeah, in my Facebook. Big, beautiful house, gorgeous house. Loved living there. It was an awesome house. Yeah. 2 of the 3 bedrooms had their own ensuite bathrooms. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so I had my printer. I was using my printer while we lived there. But then all of a sudden we had to move. And we didn't have a new place to move to, so we put our stuff into storage. And yeah, my printer spent the next several years in storage. Yeah. Until we finally settled in that house. And then had nothing but problems with one of the guys that lived upstairs and the guys from downstairs. The 2 guys from downstairs and all these other people that they invited over, and they had some people that they allowed to move in downstairs. And of course, by the time the landlord found out, it was too late to do anything about it because of squatters' rights, and like they would have mail shipped to our, like they would receive mail at our place, and the landlord illegally withheld their mail. He refused to like he wouldn't give them their mail because it's like, well, legally you're not allowed to be here, and yeah, everybody that any mail that arrived for anybody that was not a legal tenant, he held on to their mail. I know it's against the law. I finally got fed up with it one day, and I took a huge, I'm not kidding, a stack of envelopes like this I took to the post office, and they all said return to sender. Or no, not return to sender, but wrong address. Yeah. Yeah, and Yeah, gave them all, dropped them all off at the post. Actually, I just dumped them into a mailbox, into one of those mailboxes. Yeah. Yeah, that man, he did some pretty dumb stuff like that in hopes that these people would just get the hint and leave, but of course they were not going to do that. So I put up with it for as long as I could, and it was just not getting any support from the one person that should have been supporting me and helping me and all of this stuff. And well, it's in the past. I haven't been there in almost a year. So I need a drink. Just a second. Holy cow, it's been almost 2 hours. So yeah, you can see it takes a while for each section, but yeah, this is like a really big section. But I am curious as to how many people actually watch my videos all the way through, from beginning to end. Because yeah, I know I make really long videos, because I talk a lot, but yeah, so I think what I'm going to start doing with these long videos, these long WIP and chats, is I'm going to give you a word to write down in the comments, just so I know who's actually watching it and paying attention and whatnot. And periodically throughout the video, at some point, I'll say, well, I'll give you like a code word. Yeah, if you're watching, actually paying attention, all that stuff. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that, like, they'll watch for the first few minutes and then, oh, that's good enough, and then they move on to something else. But I'm curious about those that watch, like, all the way through. Because watching all the way through does help with the algorithm, because, well, to become monetized, you need a minimum of a certain amount of hours of view time. And I actually recently reached 1,000 hours of view time. YouTube Studio gave me a notified me. They're like, announced, oh yeah, you've reached 1,000 view hours total. It's like, ooh, cool, yay. Yeah. So, yeah, as you progress through, and grow through YouTube, you, receive things, announcements. I don't know what else, but yeah. When I hit, I think it was like 170 something subs, it told me, it gave me it announced something. I can't remember what it was. But when I started recording this video, I had 195 subscribers, so I'm probably still going to be at 195 when I'm done. But, yeah, I'm almost at 200. Woohoo! I'm excited about that. I was excited when I hit 100. Now I'm excited to hit 200. I'm looking forward to hitting 500. Because I need a minimum of 500 subs before I can be monetized. But I also need a minimum of 3,000 watch hours. Yeah. I do believe that's what it is. For me, is 3,000 watch hours. Well, it must be 3,000 because I've already hit 1,000 watch hours. So I'm a third of the way there. Yeah, so I'm about a third of the way there. Woohoo! Which is awesome. I know the watch hours. Yeah, so 3,000. So yeah, I think I'm gonna talk to Katya from Carpe Diem Diamond Painting, and I'm gonna talk to Jill from Diamond Painting with the Edwards family, and look into doing the live streams with the two of them every Saturday morning, and have the two of them as co-hosts, because the three of us, we just have so much fun. It's such a blast. I love chatting with the two of them, and the three of us are so much alike, it's scary. Can you imagine the three of us in the UK wreaking havoc? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh god. And today I watched Katya's video from this morning, and at one point she was talking, can you imagine, can you picture me trying to rob a bank and getting away in my scooter? World's slowest police chase. Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious. And then when they arrest her, she's like, I just needed money for more diamond paintings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you can see like the three of us are just Saturday Chaos. I like that name. Because, yeah, we're pretty chaotic. When the three of us get together, you never know what we're going to talk about next. We do try to keep it light and happy and fun. And those 2 hours, they just fly by. Well, I know this last Saturday it was just under 2 hours. But yeah, it's gonna be approximately 2 hours every Saturday. But it also depends. It depends on what time I get up in the morning. If I'm up in time, if I'm up early enough in the morning, Saturday morning, then it'll be at a good time. It'll start at 9 a.m. my time. Noon, Jill's time, and 5 p.m. Katya's time. Yeah. Now, if I sleep in, well, then it's going to be less than 2 hours. So, but, yeah, having a blast. Hanging out with the Trainwreck sisters. Yeah. There we go. Yay! Now, single placer. Yeah, it is taking me a little bit longer to do with the multi-placing, of course, because I'm trying to concentrate on talking, what I'm talking about, as well as working on this. But yeah, you can see the multi-placing is a lot quicker. But yes, I am loving this tray too. It is awesome. Awesome. Loving it. Loving it. There we go. That one was so much. Just crazy amount. Now let's go with the double dots. Because that's the next one with a crazy amount. Oh, one of them decided it wanted to run free. Alrighty then. So for those of you who are still watching, in the comments below, write down the name of the diamond painting that that Mushy gave me. It's called Grotesque Cookie Monster. Yeah. So for those of you who are still watching, this way I know who's like actually watching all the way through and who's just here for the first couple minutes, I guess. But yeah, if you're liking the stuff that I talk about, yeah, just, and you're watching it all the way through, I just want to see how many people are actually watching all the way through and who it is. And yeah, just, yeah, in the comments below, just write Grotesque Cookie Monster. Or Gross Cookie Monster if you don't know how to spell grotesque. Because it is a, yeah, gross, grotesque, whichever. Yeah, once I'm done this one, I'm going back to single placing for a while. All this multi-placing is just driving me batty. Because I'm not used to it. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Ha! So, let me think here. I'm curious as to what other people are working on. I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers say that. What are you working on? What are you working on? I've been seeing some really cool canvases on the Facebook channels that I follow, and the chat groups that I'm in, and yeah. Sorry, I'm terrible with names, but there's one chat group that I'm in. Someone just did a whole whack of puppy paw coasters. They're really cute. Yeah. Yeah, seeing the coasters makes me think about doing mine. But I gotta get this finished. And I've already got a whole bunch of stuff kitted up, but yeah, I think I might just kit up one or both of my coasters. I keep thinking about getting coasters, ordering some coasters to do. And yeah, some other off-canvas projects. And now that I've got a good stash here, that's something that I can definitely start looking into. I am super excited about that, but I really okay, I just want to quickly get through the rest of these. So yeah, now that I've got the got this nice stash, and then I'm gonna send this this mailing address for flex delivery to my friend, and then I'll just set aside some money to cover the cost of duty and taxes. Grr, Canada. It sucks having to pay on top of her paying. Because yeah, it costs, of course it costs the shipper money to ship, but living here in Canada, I gotta pay as well. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than ordering these canvases myself. Because this one here, I don't know what the price was when she got it, when she ordered it, but it's like $75 shipping. For DAC, for Diamond Art Club to ship to me in Canada, it's $75 shipping. So yeah, like one of their cheapest canvases would cost me like about $100. And it's honestly not really worth it. Whereas my friend, she whatever the cost is for her to order it, like she could order like three or four of the smaller canvases from Diamond Art Club, like 3 or 4, and it would cost her like $100, something like that. And then it would probably cost her like $30-40 to ship to me, something like that. Probably a little bit more to ship them to me. So let's just say $150 for 4 canvases, right? Rather than one for $100. Well, I could probably get like 2 for $150. For me to order them, like, yeah, it would probably be like 2 for $150. But for her, it would end up being like 4 for $150. And then on top of that, whatever it would cost for me to receive. Well, yeah. But that, yeah, it would probably only cost me like $20 for duties and fees. Duties and taxes. Oh my goodness. This section is done. See, not, but I also go over it and play around with the drills that are, because it's got training circles for certain colors. So I'm like always moving them around, trying to get them to cover the outline of the training circles. Trying to straighten the lines, the drills a bit. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yay, got that section done. Oh my goodness. And that took what, 2 hours? Yep, 2 hours. Woohoo! Alrighty then. So there's 2 hours. So like I said just a few minutes ago, for those of you who are still watching at the end here, post in the comments below grotesque Cookie Monster or gross Cookie Monster. That way I know that you're actually one of those that actually watches all the way through. Yay! Oh my goodness. Okay. And until next time, until tomorrow, see you in the next one. Bye.